Hello and welcome to AFTERBUZZ's Powerless show. We're so excited because we have a very special guest for you guys. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, and welcome to the After Show. I am so excited because we have Claire Titelman in the studio with us today. Woo! Today was a very fun-filled, snow, icy, as you can hear in the background, episode of Powerless. We have heated gloves. We have competitions. Wayne X is a thing that I really would like to know more about. So let's just dive in, introduce ourselves. I'm Joelle Monique. You can find me all over the internet at Joelle Monique every week at blackgirlnerds.com, and this is my lovely panel.
Hey guys, I'm Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram.
What's up, guys? I'm Alex Suarez. You can find me on all forms of social media at Real Alex Suarez.
I'm Claire Titelman. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Claire Pickle and Facebook fan page in my name.
She's the most adorable screen handle. That's amazing. Thank you so much for being with us today, Claire.
Oh, I'm so happy to be with you guys.
I really appreciate it. Now, Claire, what was the name of your character? I'm so bad at this.
Oh, Susan.
I want to say Emily, no, that's definitely not the case.
Well, that fits right into the show because I don't think any of the characters know who Susan is either.
Great. So let's start with some news right at the top of the show. I know everybody's kind of waiting on pins and needles to hear, is the show going to be renewed? Is it, what's happening with it? So the president of NBC Entertainment, Jennifer Salk, to Deadline a couple days ago said Powerless did not open to the most exciting numbers, which was okay because we thought it would be viewed by a digital audience really strongly. We're still looking at it. I just wish it was performing better, but we haven't made decisions. We're going to continue to air it, and we're behind it. So NBC wants it to do well. I think it has an amazing cast. We're hoping for a season 2. Not quite sure yet, but fingers crossed we'll hear some information soon. Keep watching online. There's a chance they might just pull it and go directly to online, which is totally fine by me. Easy access, less commercials. Great. So
What about
what about Batman? Oh, you went okay.
Just in case they don't know. I mean,
yeah, in case you don't know, I feel like we already geeked out about it, and I was like, wait, what's happening?
I mean, it's cool, but
No, it's epic. It's amazing. Do you want to drop the news? Do it, Chae.
you can drop it because you're more excited than I am.
If
I'm
you guys
excited
are,
to hear the news.
You're
We'll see
really
it.
building it up. I'm eating my popcorn like you're the movie. Tell me more.
if you guys are fans of Batman, which I mean, probably if you're here, Adam West will be on an episode of Powerless, which I thought he would be because this is totally his genre and up his alley. So I'm really excited because it's Adam freaking West, and he's amazing.
You're gonna go on and do the dance?
I love you doing Disco Batman. That was amazing. So definitely get excited and stay tuned for that because that should be fun. Okay, let's dive into the story, which I'm really excited about. Of course, Claire, if you have behind the scenes insights, if you want to make some wacky predictions, we're all about it. Okay, so I want to start with our B story because this is really kind of fun. I feel like we haven't had a lot of Ron stories yet, where he's the main focus.
Ron's the best.
Isn't he, though?
I think
both
his
the
name's
character
and his name's Ron, so it's just it's perfect.
Easy to
both are best.
remember.
Yes.
True.
It is hard to forget. The others, I'm like, wait, what? But Ron is Ron. Very straight up. So Ron is excited because it is snow season. All of the ice villains apparently converge on the city at one time every single year, which I feel like is a flawed plan for villains. Right?
Yes, because they're always the smartest tools in the shed,
I mean,
I just feel like it's like
Only their superpower could be intelligence.
Yeah, if only.
right? It just seems like, this gives Batman a lot of time to prepare that, super powered heat weapon that he would need to defeat you. But okay, this is their thing. I'm not going to poop on it. They're excited about it. Snow in the city. Ron's excited because he's going to do some sledding, which I really wished he had, a rosebud sled for an Easter egg for no one but me. I just want him to, anyway. It's just, anyway. So but he can't. He can't because Van is, as always, trying to get in someone's pants.
wait.
Shame on him.
No,
Sounds like
when
everybody I know.
when it comes to the discretion of all of your, he doesn't really have friends, employees, when they have to start doing things for you, I feel like, maybe tuck it back in and rethink your priorities, Van.
No, for a second I thought you were saying he's trying to get in Ron's pants. That's why my brain was.
That is not at all the storyline. Joelle, what show are you watching?
I know what the storyline was, but seriously, when you said that, like, for some reason my mind just went like.
It's not a bad idea.
That's like, did you see my face? I was like,
did.
wait.
You were like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm like, that was the storyline. He was trying to get his girlfriend's pants. He's being blocked by a little girl.
But it was what you said, so it made me think you're talking about Ron's pants.
Well, Ron is that
Pull it
adorable.
together.
He's so adorable.
Now,
I
here's-
think
here's-
everyone would say it in Ron's pants.
Absolutely. I would, you know. No, I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. Here's why it's so awesome is because you know how they always have these shots where they just literally put him center frame and then they have him just deliver a bunch of lines and whatnot. Every time that Ron comes on, you're just like, okay. Let's watch. Let's see what he says. And it's so adorable, and he keeps you really engaged the whole time, you know?
He is the most adorable. So cute. And in this episode, kind of squishy and a pushover. He is willing to do what his boss asked, despite wanting to go sledding, despite the fact that this is definitely not in his job description. But he builds his car for Dylan, who he thinks is a little boy. Surprise, nope, little girl. So they need an invisible jet. I have so many questions. One, how do you know where the pieces are? And two, what if you just delivered nothing?
Or what do you do with it?
Right? Like, how do you know what's the front end or the back?
What do you do with it? It just sits
You
there.
like tie a ribbon around the tail so
I
that
think
people
that's
know.
what happens when you're poor and you're a kid at Christmas. And they're like, no, we got you a bike. And you're like, I don't see it.
You have to
Like,
use
it's
your
an invisible
imagination.
bike.
It's an imagination bike. It's
Yeah.
powered by this. Your
Oh,
brain.
we're gonna go Barney version for that.
I love it. Come on, man. If it works. See, I was thinking more like SpongeBob imagination with the box.
Oh, I was
I
thinking
was think-
Phoebe
I was-
Buffet. We couldn't afford it, so we just had each other drag each other on a
I was
box
thinking of
everywhere.
Barney.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
All forms work, okay? This is Dylan is not poor though. She is wealthy. She got it. And then her squad goals were to have multiples for all of her friends. I find it funny that a child was able to take Van down so quickly.
I think it's because she's a child and he does want her mom, and the only way to do that is to go through her. That's a smart plan as a kid, personally.
I feel bad for Van that he can't outsmart what I presume is no older than 12.
But Van's not also the smartest tool in the shed as well.
Yeah,
So
but a 12-year-old?
most guys are.
Did
not,
anybody have like a dating parent growing up on the panel?
No.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
I
I-
got a great cordless phone out of it for Christmas.
See?
Wow.
No, but it's no joke.
Yeah.
If you were being a punk to whoever my mom was dating, they did not last. Oh, they had to. They had to satisfy kids first.
Yeah, be nice to us is the
Oh.
Yeah, like,
win.
Yes,
This is
absolutely.
used
If they
to
get
be
if they got
used. You
along
didn't know
with
that?
us, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids
That's the way in.
kids run it. Like, when their
Okay.
parents
Yeah.
are dating, the kids are running.
That makes sense, because if I went to my mom, I was like, I like your boyfriend, she'd be like, well, that guy's got to go, because it's my baby. I
Oh, my
understand
mom's
now,
opposite.
and I feel bad for Van. Your mom's like, oh, you don't like him? He gets stay forever.
No, my mom's like, are you dating somebody? Have him come over. My dad, on the other hand, would just stare at him and just like. And like, even all my guy friends like, why is your dad so mean? I'm like, he's not mean. He just doesn't smile. That's not his fault. Like, come on. I can't help he doesn't smile around you.
Smiling is not worth it. It's a lot of effort. So in the end, she gets a hot rod, she gets the invisible jet, and then he's supposed to make the fleet? Yes, and he's like, no, I'm not. No, wait, he makes his fleet.
no, it doesn't make the fleet.
No?
No.
Okay, never mind. So he's like, I'm not doing that. Forget it.
Squad
It's
goals, not
tired.
his goals.
Right, exactly. He finally stands up for himself, but he does wind up exploding, which is actually kind of fun to watch Ron get the chance to just be angry, because this is never what he's cast as. And he was still kind of sweet and squishy about it, though.
And that's me, like, growing up. Like, I hated, telling somebody no, but, like, eventually I get mad and people will be just like, whoa, like, she got angry. I'm like, it's bound to happen. And just because I don't do it or don't show it a lot does not mean I don't get angry.
Totally. I was like a real nice kid, and now I'm super angry. Joke's on you guys.
So don't push nice people too far, or they'll kill you.
Yeah.
Is the lesson.
We will snap.
That was a rumor in my high school about me.
Oh,
Not even a joke.
too
They're like, you're gonna
much.
keep messing with her and she's gonna come up here. I'm like, I thought about it.
Too much.
Just be real. But otherwise, I like my life, so I'm not going to jail for not a person because you ain't worth it.
He does come back at the end and apologize to Van, and then of
Which
course,
is very sweet.
and
a wrong
I
thing
was
to
like,
do.
please don't apologize to Van. Like, your explosion was so minor. Was that less satisfying to anyone else? Like, I just didn't want him to apologize.
It fits his character, at least for me. I think that's who Ryan is. Like especially when you blow up like that, you feel guilty a little bit about it because like that's not who you are.
I think that's in line with his character. Yeah.
And maybe he was. I don't even think it was that he was upset about necessarily blowing up. It's like you're never upset about blowing up. You're always upset that you let it get to that point.
Yeah, that is also a very fair point.
But it's he's that adorable.
He is. Yeah. And then he's off making more things for Van, which is disappointing, but I totally understand. Let's move to our A story. We get a Teddy featured story as well this week, which is really exciting. I love Teddy. And we get to learn some backstory about his family, which colored my view of him a lot, which is exciting. We learn that he's the youngest sibling, which says I'm an oldest. So it says a lot to me about the babies.
I'm mid and baby, depending on
which family tree we're looking at.
That's a strange combo.
So he has some older brother envy, which is to be understood because how would you feel if your brother was a doctor who could perform heart surgery in zero gravity?
Yeah, that was me.
I feel very humiliated on his behalf.
Right?
What do your older siblings do?
Well, my older brother just went to law school, so he's a lawyer. He passed his bar, so he's officially a lawyer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I definitely feel insecure. I'm not a lawyer. And then I have a whole bunch of stepbrothers who are also extremely successful.
I mean, you're successful.
And you're just
I'm pretty cool.
actress.
I'm pretty cool.
Working out in LA, booking the gigs, being on the TV. Come
TV shows,
on.
I'm the same way growing up. My sister was like she was honor roll. She was cheerleader, like the head cheerleader. She was like, and like everybody kept comparing me. Maybe that's kind of why I acted out a little bit. I'm like, I am not her. Understand the difference, people. Like,
I respect it. My brother pulled the same stuff. He's like, no, that's Joelle's lane. So Emily presents him with the opportunity to take part in the Wayne Innovation Contest, which is kind of cool. He's got these heated gloves. They're pretty dope. But Team Wayne X, which I really feel like we're going to need a full episode on soon because, wow, that's really cool. If you guys follow TEDx and the inventions that sometimes come out of that. I was really excited to I was wanting to get more of that team and more of that office combating like spirit between
I feel like they're gonna come back for some like that. I think they just showed us the teasers a little bit, but we're gonna see.
Like, I want to see what their workspace looks like, and I want to see like they're doing stuff so far beyond what we've seen our team doing. I'm really curious as to like what makes them tick. Are they getting more money? I feel like I want more office politics in this show.
I would just like them to be making the stuff that maybe Wayne X is making, or at least taking shots at it. You know what I mean? Just trying to one up them on the same inventions, and I think that would be a really hilarious place
It'd be really cool to see like Wayne X's version of the umbrella. And watch it be just like 10,000 times better. Like our stuff
like
doesn't
shoots
bounce
up and like rink around. Yeah,
exactly. And then the penguin gets a hold of it, and
maybe
now it's
like
an
it
evil
has
villain
like
tool.
knives on the outside.
Yeah, sure.
Knives,
like
that's
protect
dark.
you or something like. You can't get to me.
I love it. Ninja Death Stars. Why
It's
not?
like
Throw
Penguin's
all of
weapon,
it.
yeah.
So Emily convinces Teddy that he's got to do this. No, she tries to convince him. He's like, I want to be a part of this. He gets kind of close with the gloves, but then he cannot pop all of the kernels in a bag, which my first thought too was like, but they're never all
Right? That was my
can.
first thought too. Like,
I mean,
there's no possible way to pop all the kernels.
actually, guys, I don't see a single unpopped kernel.
That's cheating, though. We scoop the popcorn
Oh, you scoop
Right.
the
fresh.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and it has holes at the bottom to filter out. So
Yeah.
You don't
That's
have to tell anybody that.
difficult.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is a perfect popcorn.
Ruin the
Done.
bit.
Flawless victory.
So it's really hard to pop all the popcorn kernels. I forgot what we were talking about. What you were saying. But he's upset about it because he wants it to be perfect. Which, you know, when you're in competition, again with a heart surgeon, unpopped kernels is not impressive. And then so he gets up. Emily is like, look, I'm just going to do it myself. It's totally fine. She ends up having to lie about it so that he doesn't freak out. She says, oh, well, you're a finalist, so don't tweak. Then she goes to find him, and at his house, we meet AJ, his older brother, which AJ is sexy as hell. And two, I really would like AJ to come back. Like, maybe come work for Wayne Technology, like
No,
Wayne
forget
X.
that guy. No.
No, you
No.
don't want the astronaut?
No. I'm decently threatened by the man. He can stay off the screen.
Wait, what did Liz Lemon call her astronaut fantasy guy in 30 Rock?
You're asking the wrong person.
Oh, man. Is it astronaut Dan? I think so. Anyway, I digress. I really feel like he needs to come back and like bless us with his beauty and his talent
And just more, I like the whole brother thing.
Yeah.
He's like, Mr. President. I'm like, it's not my friend, it's the president. So.
He's clearly impressive, and I would like it if he came back to run Wayne X, and just stomped all over his little brother's dreams.
I would love to see
that
something
is
him
drama.
and Van. Because that AJ and Van, that scene would just be epic.
It would be kind of epic because AJ is kind of everything Van wants to be.
Will not become.
But he will never, ever, he should not be allowed to cut people open. It would end poorly. Van is not a surgeon. So we also get to meet his parents, who are clearly like, did you win something? Oh no, we're still not impressed, which is kind of sad. Did your opinions change of him at all?
No, I mean, I thought, demanding family and whatnot is one thing, but I also thought it's just his fear of a repeated failure. You know, have you ever like gotten so close to a part and then not booked it and then felt discouraged to go to another audition? Like,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I feel empathy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I didn't view him as a sympathetic character before he's just kind of like the funny guy who, like, he's just the most hilarious on the show to me. But now, like, I have this backstory and I understand, like, kind of the tics that we're seeing from him. I'm just not even going to try. Like, I'll just do the bare minimum and be happy in this space because no one will reject me here in this space. So it's cool, and I hope we get more backstories on more characters soon.
I know, like that, like, we got an understanding of why he was the way he was, and that was cool. Like, I like that they're exploring more into the character development for each person, each episode.
Yes, absolutely. So let's go a little bit into the heroes and villains that we saw. Who do you guys think was our ice villain at the top of the show? It's Frostbite?
It's Frostbite, yeah.
Okay.
They said it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I missed it. I
missed
thought
that thing.
they listed off a bunch of them that it might be, but they said afterwards it was Frostbite. Okay. I missed that part, y'all.
Unless I'm totally wrong, in which case, slaughter me in the comment section.
So that's kind of cool. I feel like we don't get to see Frostbite in a lot of places. We didn't get a very close-up glimpse, but we did get Crimson Fox up close. We got to see, like, underneath the cowl and everything instead of just, like, the far actions, which I thought was cool. She sounds pretty dope. Like, I really like this character, even though we know nothing about her yet. I like her style. I like the tone of voice she uses. She feels powerful, but also, like, very chill and laid back. Do you guys have new feelings about Crimson Fox?
That's a good episode. It's like a character for right after International Women's Day.
Yes.
When everybody was supposed to wear red.
Yes.
Crimson Fox. Pretty cool.
They got it.
Good
It's right on
prediction.
the nose.
The only thing for me was like the cape thing that looked like Jafar she was wearing. I was just like, you could
It did
lose
remind me
that.
of a cobra, yeah.
See, that's what I was gonna say. It's a very King Cobra-esque hood.
I was thinking I'm watching Aladdin for 2 seconds, like when she like popped up. I'm sorry, like I love her, but like I don't like. Y'all didn't put that in the first pilot. Keep it off, please.
I really like the cowl. I like it a whole bunch. I think that it adds like a lot of depth to her eyes and also kind of a serious. I do question the peripherals, which you definitely need as a superhero to be able to see out the sides. So I worry about that. Is she cropped? It's no good. But no, I like the
Practicality is important in that outfit.
It totally is. How high can her legs kick? That's why I worry about Barry. I'm like, that doesn't look like it's not going to shred when you're running. So we got to see her up close. They unfreeze her, which again I really like. I know the show's not about the heroes, but I really like when they have these interactions with the heroes.
Yeah.
I think it's
Do you guys
fun.
ever see, I mean, I know it's like, don't speak of it, the Batman and Robin?
I love
Oh
that.
no, there's.
Yeah.
You know?
If you were a child when that movie came
I
out,
thought that
like
was gold.
it hits your heart
That's
in
why-
such a way where you're like, oh,
I love
child
it.
feels.
So it reminded me of that when he was like slapping batarangs, heating batarangs on everything, and they all like the heat came,
Yeah.
the orange glow came through the eyes, and it had like the same effect. So I got a little flashback from that.
Definitely.
Nice.
Emily and Van strengthen their. Emily and Teddy at the end strengthen their relationship. Teddy's like, okay, maybe winning's not everything, but we're glad that we work together. Emily took back the things she said about his brother, which Emily, girl, I know you're trying to be nice, but you were speaking the truth. You were speaking your truth, and I think we have to hold you to that. What did you guys think of the gadget hot gloves this week? I like it's so simple, and then the fact that it became part of Crimson's
I'm from the
costume.
Midwest. I could have used those.
Right?
Them leathers, no.
Like, I could pop popcorn and walk to my car in the morning, or heat up my, like, coffee, and then unfreeze my door, which is a real thing if you don't live in a cold
Wait,
climate.
do you eat popcorn in the morning in your car?
Sometimes.
Oh. So popcorn is just like a huge part of your guys' life.
It's really inexpensive, and it travels well, and if it's,
good
like,
point.
if as long as you eat it within 12 hours, like, it's still pretty
She's got
good.
a timeline for it.
Totally.
I do.
Is this really old
I
popcorn?
already know this is
No.
fresh. We
Well-
caught this, like, maybe half an hour before you came in.
Like for me, like movie popcorn, like you put in your like especially if it's cold and keep it like it actually holds well.
It
not
really
even
does.
joking.
Look,
my
I
God.
worked at a movie theater for 6 years, so trust me when I tell you, like, I know all the things about popcorn.
Here's why I don't
You
buy
should put
popcorn.
it in the bomb shelter.
Exactly.
I would love that.
Here's why I don't buy popcorn. If I buy like a bag of popcorn, not like buying it to pop it, like a nice bag of popcorn like this big, one sitting it will be gone.
Yeah, I'm with
Okay,
you
that's
on
fair.
that.
One sitting.
You gotta
Very
buy the
with
little
you,
mini bags.
Yeah.
Little
No,
teeny
no,
tiny
'cause then I'll
ones
just-
that are like 100
just-
I'll
calories.
just get more of them.
Yeah, you just.
Just gonna keep popping more.
Yes.
Set limits.
Self-control limits me to just not buying
And the
it.
popcorn. Okay,
Yes.
I feel you.
Cold
I feel
turkey.
you.
Popcorn addiction.
Yeah, I'll quit cold turkey and eat the cold turkey.
Well, since we do have somebody who's been on the show, can you tell us what the set is like?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so interested.
Like what it looks like?
Or no, just
Yes,
like the
that
feeling,
too.
the vibes,
I mean, you've
the
seen the-
aura. Like, I'm getting all hippie. I know.
Yeah,
but
I know it's like it's just the nicest set. Like what's really fun is the room where there's like the snack room where they hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they're shooting like in the big room where the offices and stuff are, everybody hangs out. All the actors hang out in that snack room. So it literally just feels like you work in an office and you're all hanging out with your friends in the snack room.
Is it legitimately stocked?
And like we realized like somebody wanted to like microwave their food they brought from home, and then we realized that the microwave, it's in the show as a prop, worked. So we used the microwave.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody's so nice, and yeah, I know Ron from doing stand up, but I didn't know anybody else. But they're super welcoming and really nice, really funny.
Very cool.
I just felt bad how they treated Susan. Like, Susan, you're back in.
I know.
Never mind.
I know.
Get out of here, Susan.
Shut up, Susan.
Shut up.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, super nice.
Tell us about wardrobe. Like, did you have any say in what you were getting put on, or were you excited about the clothes?
Yeah, I always love wardrobe because that's where because when you do the audition, you read the thing, and wardrobe is where you get to like see the character, so it's fun. Yeah, I mean, they just put a lot of stuff on you and see what looks good. And you're like, oh yeah, I like that shirt, I like that, and you have a little say, not that much. They know what she looks like. She looks like a nerd.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to ask you just questions outside of the show real quick. Where can we see you? Do you have any like projects coming up soon? Are you doing stand-up around the city?
Sure, yeah. I'm doing, I'll headline Flappers, which is in Burbank.
Yes.
near here.
Nice, yeah, I like that.
On Friday and Saturday, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Cool.
Y'all should come out, do long sets at the end. So yeah, I'm just kind of auditioning and doing shows and.
I love it. I love it. You have the cutest Twitter handle. Tell us your social media handles again so everyone knows where to follow you.
Claire Pickle on Instagram and Twitter, and then Facebook. There's like a fan page with my name.
Claire Pickle is amazing.
I want to know where you came up with that.
My college friend GJ is also just my friend.
His name is what? GJ?
GJ Echternkamp. He's a great filmmaker. You should look him up. But I don't know. He gave me that name when we were younger, Claire Pickle.
Cool.
You're just stuck.
I saw you guys had Michael Cohen. I just watched one episode of this.
Yes.
Yeah, he was on my episode. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really
Adorable.
awesome.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Such a cool guy.
We did the writer Dean Laurie of our episode. He created a pilot that me and Michael were in last pilot season. So then it was
that's
so fun to
awesome.
come back in a different world and be like, oh, hello.
What was it
Hi,
about?
Michael.
I'm interested.
It was for True TV. It was about it was about kind of suburban crime. I was gonna have like a prostitute ring, and there was just a regular family, just usual.
I love it.
suburban
Very basic line.
crime. Yeah, Michael played like a evil doctor.
I could buy that.
I thought he was going to
Right?
say he was one of your pimps.
No, he'd be
That
great.
would've
He'd
been
be a
great.
great pimp. He'd be a great pimp.
I would just want to know the voice he would
But I
do for
think I
that if
was
he
the
was a
pimp.
pimp for some reason.
We'll ask him about it next time. We'll bring it up.
Definitely.
We'll pitch it to him. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't really like doing predictions for this show. It's not really like linear. But do you guys? Is there something you guys want to see in the future? Is there a hero, a costume, a gadget?
That's two to three things. I want to see Susan come back and just go off on everybody because I just think that'd be funny. I am a person.
Like,
Yeah,
I
just
am
like what we're
here.
talking about. People who are nice eventually crack. Susan should crack.
Yeah.
Susan should come back as a henchman.
Especially on
Henchwoman?
especially on Wendy for some reason. I just think that would be hilarious.
It would be
You
hilarious.
can have sex in your car,
Because Wendy would not even
Stop
notice.
boning in my car, Wendy. Jesus.
Villain. I don't know many villains. Maybe I like the fact that I added Captain Cold. I don't know about Killer Frost. Technically, does she count as a villain?
Yes.
Yeah, Killer Frost is definitely a villain.
Yeah, in the normal spectrum, she's a total villain.
Okay.
The Flash is giving Killer Frost an entirely new angle. Like this is not something that existed.
Different.
Flash.
I feel like
is
this
the
is more in
Flash
Supergirl.
the one wearing green?
No, that's Arrow.
That's Arrow.
The Flash wears red and has a lightning bolt on his chest.
The guy that runs like a Flash.
Because I stopped by the set like a couple weeks ago when they're still shooting. I think this is like the last week or something. And I think I saw. Did I see? Maybe I saw the red-haired I saw somebody. There's somebody coming
They
up
do
who
like
looks
a lot
really
of
cool.
crossover stuff. So
Oh, yeah, they're doing a musical crossover. I'm so excited. Glee is happening on Flash and Supergirl, and I cannot wait.
actually
That's
more like
exciting.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend because she wrote songs for it.
Wait, what?
I'm so
Glee?
excited.
Because the guy who played Flash was on Glee,
Oh,
and
yes.
so was
Okay.
Melissa Benoist, like as the new Rachel for Glee. So I love the fact that they're doing a musical episode, and Darren Criss is joining for the episodes. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be a lot.
It's gonna be awesome.
Other things we want to see are hoping for to come out of the show.
Musical episode. I think we already said that.
A musical episode would be
I
dope.
legit just want to hear Vanessa sing.
And see, I just want to hear
Oh,
Ron sing.
Vanessa sings like
She's
just
amazing.
sitting in the snack room, sings in the makeup trailer. She's such a great voice. It's ridiculous. You just really luck out getting to hear.
I am still waiting for a Ron Funches, Danny Pudai like comedy team up. We were talking a little bit before the show went on, Alex, and we were talking about maybe if we saw them outside of the office. Like
Yeah,
again,
I'd
I
love
know
to
it's
see
an office
some of that.
Yeah, like it's an office
Yeah,
show,
like see
but
what they do on the weekend.
see more of Charm City.
Yeah.
Like what do
Yeah.
they do after work? Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, guys, if you're listening and or watching, hit up the comments section and let us know what you guys want to see in the future. Of course, you can always hit that like button, thumbs up. That lets our producers know that you like us and are enjoying the show. Give us 5 stars so that we see you guys around. We really appreciate that. And we'll read some reviews next time that we're in. Are we off next week?
We are not. We're
We're here next
on.
week, so there is an episode next week. And so we'll definitely read some reviews from you guys next week, hopefully. So that should be a lot of fun. In the meantime, why don't you tell our guests where they can find you?
Me.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with you.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Claire Pickle.
Claire Pickle, which
Claire
again is my
Pickle.
favorite
I
name.
really love hearing you say it too.
It's just adorable.
Claire Pickle.
Well, you can find me on all forms of social media at Real Alex Suarez.
Hey guys, you can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you, Star Drew, in the chat. And you can find me on Riverdale Tonight with Joelle.
Yes. In a little bit, in a couple of hours, with the throwback episode of Riverdale. If that's your jam, it's totally mine, and I'm
I
wicked
saw the
excited.
pictures. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know. I almost cried this morning. I was like, "It's so beautiful." You can also catch me doing The Magicians on Wednesdays on Book Circle Online. I do comic book exchange, which is really fun. Check out last week's episode where we highlighted the women of the comic books industry in honor of National Women's Day. You can also check me here. Oh my God, guys, so many shows, but I cannot.
Magician.
They're not all here, but you know, check the schedule. AfterBuzz is around. We're really excited. I'm Joelle Monique. You can find me all over the internet at Joelle Monique and every week at blackgirlnerds.com. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great day.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.